There are other different types of dementia, and depending upon where the difficulties lie, that in the illness determines the course of treatment.
You can. All you have to do is want to do it.
Yes.
Want to be it.
When you set your mind to it, and this is who you are, and
The grown men. We have the youth that we need to mentor, and we need to inspire, and we need to motivate. But I know, as a recent conversation between you and I, that you're also in the business of motivating grown men. Through that, I'm supposed to see God in it at every turn. So, me going to the Sea of Galilee was to remind me of that, to refresh myself of that. It is all under control, that He does have it. It's just as clear as that fresh water that I saw.
You're Our Unity, hosted by LeShawn Walker, Tuesday nights, 6 p.m. EST.
Welcome, everyone, to You're Our Unity, a show that wishes to spread a spirit of peace and love in the world, one conversation at a time. We want to encourage you to spring into action. We want you to move forward diligently in creating and building the person that you were purposed to be. I am your host, LeShawn Walker, and this is my co-host,
Selene Ferdinand.
We'd like to welcome you into another episode of You're Our Unity. Please like, share, and follow. Let everyone know that we're on right now. If you're watching, please tag a friend, get them into the program, let them see what we're talking about today. It's going to be a great, great conversation.
Yes.
Oh my God, happy April, everyone out there, and happy April to you, my friend.
Thank you. Happy April to you too.
Thank you. It's been so long. I have not seen you in quite some time, my friend.
Yes.
A lot actually has been going on. It's been a couple of weeks. I just, went out of town for a few days and, vacationed with my friends and my family members. It was truly wonderful. I'm actually a great aunt now. I didn't post any pictures. I don't have any pictures for you guys. Maybe I'll show you next week. But yeah, I went to North Carolina and I hung out with my best friends and my nephew who just had a baby and my beautiful niece. She's just a beautiful little doll. Actually, she doesn't even look real. So it was amazing. What have you been doing?
Well, I haven't been doing much. However, today after school I had Girls on the Run, which is a girls' club where we run, and then in May we have a marathon where we run 3 laps.
Okay. Oh, that's nice. So
No, 3 miles.
3 miles?
Yeah.
So you ran 3 miles today? Wow.
I didn't run 3 miles today.
Oh, I was about
We're
to...
reaching to that goal.
Oh, okay. So it's a progression. I get it. Well, that sounds fun. Are you tired? Did you feel like you got your exercise in for today?
Yeah.
That is so cool. I actually did the same thing. Let me tell you how. When I was in North Carolina, I'm hanging out and we were eating like every single day. Every day we were at a fabulous restaurant or a nice lounge. So I was eating and kind of drinking like every day. And that's typically not what I do when I'm home. Like big meals, like huge fatty type of meals. So every night while everyone else was sleeping, I actually went downstairs to the parking lot and I would walk around the parking lot for 30 or 45 minutes. This could be at 12 o'clock in the morning. One night I was out there at like 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I refuse to let the pounds come back on during the season. I mean, it's springtime. Right now it's about rebirth and renewal and regrowth. And so I just wanted to make sure that I stayed on that exercise plan. So it sounds like you're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Well, the last time I saw you, we were honoring your mom, an amazing woman who does so much in the community. I actually highlighted her on my Facebook page a couple of days ago, and I just wanted people to know that I'm friends with some pretty cool people, and your mom is one of them, my friend. So before we go any deeper into our conversation, we want to get right into unity in the community.
Yeah.
This week in Unity and Community, I already talked about this, but I want to hear it from your perspective because this is your mom. And I'm sure you're so proud of her. You see everything that she does. And, you know, to most people, you know, your mom is your mom. They don't seem to be that superwoman that everyone else sees on the outside. So I want you to just take us back to the Women of Distinction Award Day, which was the day that I last saw you. And how did you feel that day about seeing your mother honored by Michelle Solanges on that day?
I felt really proud of my mother. I think she really deserves it because she's a voice for 700 children at my school as the PTA president. And she is the president for my nonprofit organization. And she does really a lot for the community, and she really helps everyone in her life, and really is a spark of joy.
Yes, she really truly is. Once I met her, we have become great, great friends. I speak to this woman probably more than I speak to my mother. I love her dearly, and she does so much for the community as well as for our unity. She has helped in countless events and all types of charities that I've put on and actually been part of. So I am so grateful for her and everything that she does in the community. So I know that your family, not just you, but your family is also proud of her.
Yes.
That's great. That's great. Well, again, we honored that fabulous woman during Women's Month. I have to let you know that too. I gave her props, her roses last month, but I wanted to share with you guys who that woman is. This beautiful woman is this young lady's daughter, which is why obviously you see before you greatness, because she's already being raised by someone who is truly spectacular and amazing in her own right. So after that, the last Tuesday I was here, because you guys know I wasn't here last week, but the Tuesday prior to that, I ran out of here so that I can go to meet you at an award ceremony that you were being honored at, actually. So I believe it was the Nassau Region PTA Reflections Reception.
Yes.
And you were honored with an award that day. So I dashed out of here, folks, after my show with Mr. Tim Sutton, and I hope that you guys got a chance to see that show. And if not, please go to Facebook or go to YouTube and watch it. But I ran to Massapequa, which is really not too far. But I went up the block so that I could see her being honored at this event. And the event is called Show Your Voice. And they highlighted like a lot of kids all over Nassau County who are so creative and artistic in their own right. It was really, truly amazing. And you got an award as well. So tell us a little about the award, and let's show a few pictures from that day.
So I got awarded for film production. I made it to the regions.
Oh, wow.
And that night, Samantha Johnson had also got an award. I believe she made it to states.
Oh, wow.
Or, yeah, I believe states. And lots and lots of other people got different awards for different categories. And the theme was Show Your Voice, so you had to perform or create something that represents how you can show your voice.
Yeah, that's actually what I saw. I saw a lot of creative pictures, artistry, dance. They had people that were actually performing great dance features. I was so shocked and so amazed that these were little kids that were actually performing and actually creating these pieces. I actually had a few pictures, but I wasn't able to download them all today. Maybe I'll show them next week. But they had some truly spectacular art pieces and dances that these young people were able to showcase. And I wasn't able to see yours. I don't know if it's because I was too far back. I mean, it was packed in there, but the fact is that I know that they highlighted a lot of children all over Nassau, but they also highlighted kids with special needs.
Yes.
I was so impressed with that and how just talented a lot of these kids were. And I mean, knowing that this is Autism Awareness Month, and I know a couple of the kids in a specific class actually had autism, a lot of them expressed themselves through their artistry. And that's what I saw displayed that day. And artistry could have been art, it could have been writing, it could have been dancing. And as you said, it was, what was your piece?
Mine was film production.
Film production, exactly. So I thought it was an excellent event. Do they hold this every year? And
It is every year. This is my first year winning one and going to this awards assembly. My mom has gone before, but me or my brother hasn't won it before.
Nice. I wonder how they're chosen, because there were a lot of high schools represented. I saw some in my community as well, in Freeport and I believe Hempstead and Garden City. I wasn't aware of it, the program, but it was truly amazing to see the artistry that was being showcased by these young kids. And a lot of people came out to support them. The whole atmosphere to me was just really electric. I truly enjoyed every second of it. So I'm glad that I was able to support you in that moment. How did it make you feel receiving this award with so many creative people?
It made me feel very proud, and I also like the fact that they gave it to all sorts of children, even children with autism.
Yes.
And that they really include everyone.
Yeah, that's what I really liked the most, is that I saw everyone represented at this event. I mean, all colors, all ages, and like you said, people who had disabilities as well. And all of them so very, very talented. So I don't know if there's a way that, the viewers could go and see maybe the video of that day. Maybe I'll try to, give you that information next week, but it was definitely something to see. And to see the talent that we have right in our homes. These young kids, if we just let them express themselves, if we just let them tell their story, there is so much greatness, there's so much beauty that can actually be uncovered. And that's what I saw that day, because a lot of those pieces look like they were done by professionals. A lot of the choreography of the dance pieces look like they were done by actual professional choreographers. So it was a delight. It really, really was. So again, you're always winning awards. You're always doing things spectacular. So again, she's my co-host ever so often here at Your Our Unity. So I wanted to bring you in today because, as I mentioned, it's springtime, and springtime is about just starting fresh, planting seeds. There's so much beautiful things that we can be doing this time of year that can ensure that next year we're living in abundance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But my part of Unity in the community, because last week I wasn't here, as you guys know, I had a show a few weeks ago that I was discussing the Gandhi King season for nonviolence. It actually ends, it ran from January 30th to today, which is April 4th, the anniversary of the assassination of Martin Luther King. So I went to the event on last Tuesday, literally right after I came back from North Carolina. Got up in the morning and I ran to the city. It was amazing. The children that showed up from all over the city, even New Jersey, to view this amazing ensemble of people, the speakers, it just warmed my heart to see everyone come there for the education for that day. You know what I mean? Yeah. So as you see, I was there. They had a choir there, or as I say, the choir from the Bronx, the Boogie Down Bronx. They came and they performed for everyone that participated in the event. And there, I think also we had some musicians that came and performed some beautiful songs. It was truly great to see them there, honestly coming together under one nation, under God. Like everyone was there just wishing for hope and peace and unity. We had the amazing speaker, Dr. Elizabeth Eckford, and that's her right there. She's a true hero of the civil rights movement. In 1957, she was that 15-year-old girl that was part of the Little Rock Nine. And following the U.S. Supreme Court decision of Brown versus Board of Education, she was allowed to go to school with white children. They were trying to desegregate the South at that time in Arkansas. So unfortunately, it was not a great experience. That day, she shared her story of what she experienced the moment that she stepped foot on the school grounds, and how she was just tortured and hated and spit on and called all kinds of names. This woman endured a lot. She endured a lot, but she stood strong. She did not let it deter her from trying to seek her education. I mean, it was a big uproar and outcry from, all the I say racist people in the world that didn't want to see us come together at that time. But to have her speak to the young generation, to have her share her story, to show what it was actually like back then versus what we are able to obtain and acquire today.
Yes.
The road that she opened. What do you think about that?
And I think it's because of these people that we live in a free country and we have our rights no matter our skin color or the way we look.
Yeah, I agree. It's because of her sacrifice, because she stood up to those challenges. She did not back down, and she did not let anyone tell her that she could not have a better education, that she was not worthy. And that's what I saw in her. I saw fearlessness when I watched her on that stage that day. That woman, went and became, I believe she was in the military. I want to say that she joined the National Guard and joined the armed forces, actually. And after that, all her mission was to do was to inform, educate, and also to serve. And that's what she did proudly. She said that it took her 40 years, though, to share her story. There were so many narratives and so many different tales coming out about that day. And, there was misinterpretations, misrepresentations. There was a lot of things that were not true that I think came out. So she felt it necessary to actually speak up. And since that moment, that has been her quest and that has been her mission, is to just share the story of that time and to share exactly what it meant to her and how it can affect the change that we need in the world today. So I'm glad that you see that, because it is important. It really, really is. We also got the honor that day to meet Mr. Danny Garcia. He is what they call and who they call the walking man. He served as a U.S. Marine, has walked over 52 million steps on 6 continents for children and world peace. During his journeys, he has made presentations to kings, presidents, and other world leaders, including 4 U.S. presidents, the Pope, and Mother Teresa. I love that man. Let me tell you, I met him. We connected immediately. What's interesting is he used to live in Hempstead, so we connected on that level as well, that we are community driven. We're all about serving and educating. So he's actually going to be a guest on the show very soon as well, but he loves speaking to the youth. He said that, it's all about you giving of yourself and giving of yourself selflessly every single day. And that is the only way that we can hope to have a better world, is if we serve in some capacity. We all could be leaders, but we have to be servants first, right?
Yes.
I mean, this is how this young lady became a leader. She's been serving with her mom for a very, very long time. And this is what he actually was trying to just share. with the youth is the moment for you is right now. You don't have to wait until you're older to make a change in this world and to contribute into making this world what you ultimately need it to be in order for you to thrive. You agree with that?
Yeah, and you're never too young to empower others. You have to gain your own self-confidence, of course, first, but then once you know that and you feel that power inside of you, you can always teach others and help your other fellow youth out.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, my friend. I truly agree with that. And I don't think we should wait any longer for that. I think our children right here, right now, and we've always known this, the children are our future. So let's pour into them those wonderful, beautiful things that they need in order to just be happy and joyful adults. Because it doesn't take much. If we're showing it to them now, I'm sure that they will grow into these people once they are full-grown adults. And this is actually what Mr. Garcia was saying. He was like, it is time for us to give our youth everything that they need, all of the education, all of the information, the support, and definitely the resources for them to be successful in this world. He is all about peace and unity, and he, as you see, traveled over 6 continents and walked over 52 million miles in order to spread that message. So that is what this event was all about, spreading peace, love, and unity. I had an opportunity also, they had some performances there. One of them was Miss Christine Dixon, who I actually had the pleasure of taking a photo with. That young lady there, she is the historic performer and interactive presenter of the Harriet Tubman story. She stars in her own one-woman show where she just combines education and entertainment so that she can bring empowerment to the audience. And that gentleman right there, which you'll be interested to know, he is, I think, the 4th season contestant of the American Idol. And he sung an amazing song called Get Up. That song was so cool. I didn't even want to get up. He was, asking everyone to get up and I guess dance or whatever. But I was just so enthralled with what his message was in that song. And then after that, we honored Dr. Eckford and we honored Mr. Garcia with an award, humanitarian award, a UN United Nations award for all of the service that they've done for not only their community, but also the world. It was a spectacular event. It was their 26th year. Right there, we had everyone in the audience come up on stage and grab a flag from every country, or at least as many countries as we could. And at the end, they took a photo. And basically, we had to shout out the name of the country's flag that we were holding, and then we had to say, may peace come to that country. And basically, the overall message was, may peace be on earth. And that is what this event was all about. Those are the facilitators of the event, Learn, Lead, and Serve committee members. You know that we had Mr. Crescitelli and Miss Landry on the show talking about the event. And that is my friend Shefik, who will also be on the show very soon. He's the one that actually informed me about the event and introduced me to these amazing people. He does a lot of great work in his own right and is always about giving back and serving his community. So it was just really good to be part of that event. And I really encourage you guys next year to go, to attend. I tried to get a few schools here on Long Island to go. From what I understand, they had like a busload of maybe 20 kids, 20 or 25 kids. I'm not sure what school that was yet, but if you guys, whoever that school was, please, DM me or text me and let me know so I can give you your roses, your shout out, and let you know that I'm so grateful for the fact that you showed up. So it was really good. It was really, really good. I wanted you guys to come as well, your mom, but I understand you guys were under the weather, so you weren't able to attend. But next year we have. All right, so we're going to move right along. Today's show, as I mentioned, is about springing into action. So the name of the show is Spring into Spring. How do we do that? How do we spring into spring? What does that mean exactly, Selene?
Spring into spring means we have to get into that joy spring spirit.
Yes.
We have to re-energize ourselves.
Yes. She said it, my friends. You are so right and so smart. It's about renewing, rejuvenating, reviving yourself this season. It's also about just getting ready. Spring into spring is about getting ready and to put everything that you desire to do into motion, into action. And that is what we're going to be talking about today. So again, I'm always talking about planting seeds and being a person that wants to root and ground yourself in positivity and love and compassion. It always starts somewhere. And this season, I think because everyone is about, renewing themselves, being a better me for 2023, that you have to start somewhere. So we just came out the last 3 months of the cold, and now the sun is shining. We got the blooms coming out. The little trees are getting greener. It's getting nice outside. Do you agree?
Yeah, the trees are even turning pink and yellow.
That's right. We're getting some color. So it's time for us to get some color for ourselves as well.
Yes.
Right? We need to dust off the cobwebs. We need to get rid of all the weeds, and we need to start planting brand new me's. Brand new me, brand new you, brand new me's. Even a brand new you for a brand new me. So the way to do that, honestly, is to just really make the conscious decision that you want to reawaken something within yourself. You want to discover something within yourself. Maybe something that you want to grow, something you want to change, something you want to work on, right? Is there anything that you want to grow, change, or work on for this season?
Actually, something I want to change or grow and work on is, that's something to think about. Yeah.
Well, while you think about it, I'm going to tell you what I want to do. I want to change and I want to grow into a more energized person. I want to wake up every single morning, not just feeling like I need to get through the day, but enjoy every single minute of that day that I have, even though I know it's going to be a packed day. I am that person that wakes up and says, oh yes, it's going to be a beautiful day. I'm going to accomplish my goals. I'm going to do what I said I'm going to do, even though sometimes that doesn't necessarily happen. But the fact is that I wake up with that mindset. But I also wake up with the mindset of, I can't wait for this day to be over. I'm tired of saying that. I don't want the day to be over. I want to be able to enjoy every single second of that day, whether I'm in a bad mood, whether I'm in a good mood, whether I'm busy, whether I have nothing in the world to do. I want to hold on to every little second a little longer, because time is speeding by so quickly, my friends, and we're not really taking advantage of all the goodness that surround us. The beautiful air, the breeze in the air, the sky and the greenery around you, even those fresh faces that you may walk by every single day.
Yes.
Those things are important. Don't you agree?
Yes. And even when your day is going bad and you're not feeling good, you have to learn how to control it and make yourself feel happy and energized. Do things you love during the day.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, I wake up again with a positive attitude as much as I can. I mean, everyone has bad days.
Yeah.
And you do wake up that you feel like you're on the wrong side of the bed. But the fact is that you have to make the best out of it, and you have to have expectation of good things happening. So instead of me rushing through those great things that I hope happen, I want to slow it down a little bit. So now every day, now that I'm planting these new seeds of positivity and greatness and newness in my world, I want to make sure that I'm planting seeds of patience, planting seeds of calm, planting seeds of it will get done, and it will get done in the time frame that it needs to get done, but I'm not going to rush the process. So that is what I want to change. I want to renew in my spirit. So have you thought about it? What do you think? What do you want to do?
I think I want to renew and energize myself to become a much more active person.
Okay.
To maybe grow my confidence a little more. Although I am a pageant girl and I am very confident and outgoing, sometimes you still get that little shyness and you get nervous sometimes.
I hear you, my friend. I still get nervous every time that camera starts to roll and it says, all right, you're on. and I still get the butterflies. I'm sure you guys still notice that I sometimes, jumble over my words or slur a little bit. Trust and believe I'm not drunk, but it's just the fact that I'm a little nervous sometimes. So it does happen, but I totally get what you're saying. So those are the little seeds that you're going to be planting this year. That is wonderful. I know you guys out there also have some seeds or something that you want to work on this season. Put in the chat those items that you want to work on, and maybe we're working on the same thing and we can kind of confer with each other and see what kind of plan we can come up with that we can make it happen, make some changes in our life and progress in becoming the best person that we can possibly be. So that next year we're just talking about all the amazing things that have been happening in the past year, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping for. So everyone is working on themselves, obviously. 2023, it's all about, these resolutions. For the people out there that are truly doing that, who are working on, building self-confidence, as Selene said, and self-awareness, and just having just that self-actualization about who you are, and what your purpose is here on this earth. This is the time for you to really put in that work. The sun is out. We're literally, as I said, planting seeds for something to grow. Why not start with yourself? Not just to go into your backyard and start digging up the earth without thinking of yourself first. You always need to put God first, but put yourself in the mix as well. So what I suggest you do, obviously, is to make that plan. Is that something that you want to do? Are you ready? Are you able? Are you committed to renewing and rejuvenating your mind and your spirit during this time? Because sometimes you're just not ready.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some people need a little extra time, a little extra moment in, silence and darkness. But the fact is, right now is the perfect time for you to experience that, because the light is shining outside ever more brighter, because it's spring. We have things that we need to grow. So let's start growing you. So I want to share the day that we went to your event, that you accepted the award at the Nassau Regional PTA Reflection Selection Award. I had to go to the bathroom after I was done. Maybe too much TMI, but I went to the bathroom, and in the hallway, I saw all of these lockers. On the lockers were all of these quotes and these sayings written in a butterfly from all the students in the school. I don't know if they were all girls. Some of them appeared to be females. But for the most part, they were just these wonderful, beautiful, inspiring sayings and quotes that were on each locker. So I lingered for a little while, and I started reading each one, and then I started taking photos. And then I was like, you know what? I'm amazed that these young girls are waking up every morning, going to school, and before they even start their day, they have to see this positive reinforcement, this affirmation to get them to continue on a positive note throughout their day. And I think it's so important that adult women, adult males, we also do this every single day. So I thought it would be fitting to share with you a few of these little butterfly notes that were on these lockers. And I want us to discuss not only what they mean and how they can, actually work in our life, but how important it is that we actually use those quotes and those sayings every single day. Not just as a child, but also as an adult. Not just as a pageant queen, but as someone who is in school, who's a mom, who's a grandparent. Everyone should be able to take heed to what these little quotes are suggesting and saying that you do. So we're going to begin with the first one. This is so cool. The first one is about failure. And we're going to spring into action talking about what this quote says. Failure is not the opposite of its success. It is a part of your success. What do you think about that quote? Failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of your success.
I think that's a really important quote, because you have to learn from your mistakes and everything you failed from. And you have to start with that and grow off of that.
Yeah, I truly agree. I think that, failure is not a bad thing. It really, really isn't. I feel that it is necessary so that you know what you need to do to make it right, to make it better. We need failures in our lives to make us stronger. So I totally agree with this statement as well. It is just part of your journey. It's part of your success story. If you were doing everything right all the time, you wouldn't be able to really cherish it, right?
You wouldn't be to learn something new.
Exactly, exactly. So failure, whether it's good or bad, even if you've tried it a million times, never, ever, ever give up. Trust me. I think the more you fail, the stronger you actually get, the more determined you actually become, especially if you know that you have a purpose, right? And this is something you're supposed to do. What do you think about that?
I think that's also really, really important, because if you don't have that self-confidence and that courage and determination to go after that goal, there's nothing.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I totally agree with that. So please embrace failure, embrace it. And if you're a spiritual person, you embrace that failure and you ask God for the guidance to get you through so that you can make yourself strong enough to make it through to the success that He's already planned and purpose for you. I mean, I think challenges are important as well. Those challenges also increase our knowledge. It increases the fact that we want to accomplish this goal and that we're not going to stop. It also, I hope, validates our passion. You know what I mean? Because in that moment, you know that there's no giving up. There's no giving up whatsoever. So continue in the failure and the challenges, and just know that if you stay resolute in your belief that you can accomplish anything, there's nothing that can stop you from doing so, right?
Yes.
So we say, embrace the failure, because it is just part of your success. It's part of your story. So the next one, which I thought was so cool, was push yourself because no one else is going to do it for you. Now, I know you know what that means. You're a pageant queen. You're someone that's always doing, great work in your community. And I know there's days that you probably get tired and you don't want to get up and, oh my God, why doesn't someone do something for me today? Why am I always serving others? I wish someone would serve me today. So I know that you have those moments, just like I have my moments as well. But you have to push yourself. You have to go through it and just make yourself, encourage yourself to continue. So tell me, how do you feel about that? And how do you convince yourself to keep pushing through? Because it's hard for a lot of people.
Yeah, you have to really get through things and try to do things that make you feel good and energized. Like for me, I like to paint and cook with my mom. Sometimes over the weekend, I would get some watercolor paints and a little thick paper so the water paint doesn't go through it. But I would paint. Sometimes I would model in my house and just practice walking, because that's what makes me happy.
Right. I love that. Okay, I get it. So that kind of gives you the extra oomph, the extra energy that you need in order to continue. I love that. I think with me, I do. I find that I can push myself by myself, but I do need support and encouragement at times. I find that it just helps me in my journey. It kind of gives me that extra energy that I actually need in order to complete the task. And that might be something as simple as just getting up on time so I can get to work on time. But the fact is that it is so true. You have to push yourself because no one else will. If there is something out there that you want to achieve in life, you have to be your first cheerleader. You have to believe in yourself first and foremost, and don't worry about what others think or say, or whether they're even there to support you, because it really shouldn't matter if this is a goal that you wish to acquire and achieve yourself. And so I think that it is so important that we wake up with that attitude of get up and get it done. We have to be our own self-motivator. We have to be the ones that are encouraging and instilling that get up and go gusto within ourselves. So I love that you take, those times and those moments to kind of convince yourself to be there.
Yeah.
Not too many people have that ability. So it's kind of cool that you actually have those little silent times or those spaces that you can create to give you that,
And the quote actually reminds me in school, like 2 months ago, we had made quotes and we'd take pictures around the school and we'd edit them and stuff. It was empowering quotes saying that you can move mountains. My quote was, you don't need a crown, trophy, or a sash to be a winner.
I know that's right. You are
Yes.
absolutely right. Because look, she's without her crown or her sash today, and you are still fabulous and unbelievable,
Thank
my
you.
friend. You are a winner. That is so funny because one of the quotes is actually about a mountain. I think we're going to get to that one soon. Now, the next one is, nothing is perfect, so don't blame yourself. Think of happy things every day. Dreams come true.
Yes.
That one says a lot. It really does. It speaks to so much about what a person may go through.
Yeah.
We all wake up feeling, or we all have to a certain degree, feelings of not being enough.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Yeah, and sometimes you can put up like little posters or sticky notes in your room saying empowering things about yourself, encouraging yourself to do better and be kinder to yourself.
No, I totally agree with that. That is so important. We have to realize that we're not perfect. We were not created to be perfect. However, we are imperfectly perfect because we were created by God, but we are not expected to be perfect every single day. We need to release that weight from us and just strive to achieve to be the best that you can be every day. I think that that is more attainable. Don't you agree?
Yes.
So in terms of nothing is perfect, neither is you. So neither are you. So you can't blame yourself if something doesn't come out right. You can't blame yourself if you, as we mentioned earlier, failed at something or if it didn't go as planned. The fact is it's not your fault. You get up, you dust yourself off, and you try again. Think of happy things every day. I am that person. I'm probably delusional. I just believe everything is happy and sunshiny and beautiful all day long. And I think I have to believe that in order to just get through the realness of life. What do you do to kind of contend with that, deal with that?
Well, as I said before, I like to do things I love to make myself more happier and more calmer. And you have to breathe. You have to learn how to deal with some certain stresses, and sometimes the day isn't always sunny, happy, and exciting, but you have to make it that way. You have to put that excitingness in it, and you have to share that happiness with the others.
No, you are absolutely right. You have to set the precedent. You have to be the person that actually facilitates that actually owns that has that, so that everyone else can enjoy it and be a part of it. You're absolutely right. So thinking happy thoughts every single day should be something that we can do effortlessly. I am so serious. We have so many great moments in our lives, even if we've been through challenges, even if we've been through sad things on a regular basis, even if we're not living the best life that we should or could because of our circumstances, we can still think about something that makes us smile, something that's going to bring joy to our heart, something that makes us want to enjoy that day, So I really encourage everyone out there to do that. Again, we know that you're going to go through stuff. We know you're not going to wake up happy every single day. You're not going to be in the best of moods every single day. Stuff happens. Life happens. We experience so many different things on so many different levels. But try in those moments to just think of one great thing that if you didn't experience in that day, but you've at least experienced in your life, and just move with that day so that it can brighten up the rest of the time that you're dealing with whatever you're going through, right? Yeah, I agree. All right, now we're going to move on to the next one, which is literally what we just said. So what if today is bad? Tomorrow might not be. You just have to be there. What do you think about that last line? You just have to be there.
Yes, because today it could be a bad day, but you have to get up and be ready for tomorrow to make it a better day, to really empower yourself more. Know that you could be a better person than yesterday and improve yourself more than yesterday.
You said it, my friend. I so agree with that. That's all it's about. Just get through this moment because tomorrow might be so much different. I say that more so also because of the young kids who are affected by bullying and who are dealing with depression and mental illness and things like that. And they feel, and even adults, that they feel like they have nowhere to turn. And they just let that day affect them so bad that they're just willing to not have another day ever again. So that last line is so important to me because it's challenging you to just be here, to just believe that tomorrow will bring a brighter day. And you have to contribute to bringing it into a brighter day as well. Yes. You have to be conscious and put in the effort. As she mentioned, you have to think positive thoughts, right? And so I think it's so important for everyone out there to hear that so what? Today is bad. Tomorrow might not be bad. You just have to be here. Look forward to tomorrow. No matter how bad today is, still hold on to the fact that something great could happen. Something could come my way. Some blessing could overtake me. Something that I wasn't expecting could suddenly appear. And if I wasn't here, I would never get the opportunity to experience it. So give it one more day. It's always about that one more day. Challenge yourself every single day to just take it one more day, a day at a time.
Yes.
Until it gets better, right? Until there's no more bad days. Because that happens. Once you start sowing these beautiful positive things, don't you think that happens? It's like you might experience bad days here and there, but not regularly, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that if you put towards the effort to sow some amazing seeds and you're doing it out of pureness of heart and you're doing it with great expectations and you're doing it with the compassion and the love that you were innately born with, trust and believe, I think your days would be good even if they appeared bad, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. So I so strongly please encourage every last one person, as I said earlier, is just one day at a time. Just wait until tomorrow because it could definitely be better. As I always say, the sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar at tomorrow. I can't sing, but I used to be able to sing, but I can't sing right now. But the fact is, the sun will come out tomorrow. You never know what tomorrow will bring. So the next one is, if you see someone without a smile today, give them yours. How do you feel about that one?
I think that's very important because if you see someone down or feeling sad, you have to give them a little hand in being happy and to bring up their spirit.
Yes, yes, yes. I strongly agree. Why? Because that is exactly who I am. I am that smile, that sunshine that I try to wake up everyone. As we mentioned, everyone could be going through something. Usually you will not see it with me because I just don't want to give off that air and that attitude and that spirit. I want you to see through me that regardless of what the challenges are, that I am still able to walk through them in grace. I may have a moment or two that I feel it. I go through it. I may be a little angry and sad and depressed, but I won't let it overtake me. I still have to let the light of God shine through me. I still have to show up in my bright colors and, you know, be that sunshine that I think that a lot of people need right now in this world. We're all just walking past each other. We're not greeting each other. We're not communing with each other. We're not sharing in conversation. Everyone's got somewhere to go, somewhere to be, and everyone's in a mood and an attitude. So I think it's so important that we do. If the sun is not shining for them, you be that sunshine in their life.
Yes.
You agree? Yeah.
and you really have to really help empower others and be that helping hand to help them out. Give them a smile.
That's right. Every day, give them a smile. And even if you don't feel like smiling, fake it. Fake it until you make it, but at least be of service in that way to others out there. Because sometimes that's all they want is a kind face to let them know that everyone out there is not as bad as they seem.
Yes.
You know what I mean? All right. So the last one is, and I love this one because this is true for everyone out there. You are beautiful, no matter what they say. Words can't get you down. And that is from this beautiful song from Christina Aguilera. I used to love that song. And when I used to be a songstress, I used to belt that song out really well. It's a long story. I'll tell you on another episode of Your Our Unity. But the fact is that that song is so beautiful. Do you love it? Do you like it?
I've never heard of the song before.
You are beautiful, no matter what they say.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I know you know that. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry you had to suffer through that, but go ahead. So you know the song.
Yeah, and I think it's really empowering because you can't let people's words bring you down and make you think you're not good enough or not beautiful enough, because you're beautiful and different and unique in your own ways.
Yeah.
And you have to embrace that. And it's your differences is what makes you you. And your differences is what makes you beautiful and gorgeous.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Everyone is beautiful in their own right. God made us individually. God made us differently for a reason. We all have gifts. We all have a purpose. We all were built for something special. Every last one of us. It's just a matter of us tapping into our gifts, for us realizing how beautiful we actually really are deep down inside. All the beautiful and amazing things that we can contribute to this world is right inside of us. We just have to wake up every day with a smile, with purpose, with positivity, with the just desire to just want to contribute the best of ourselves every day to this world, but first of all to ourselves. That is so important. So not letting words get you down, not letting anyone tear you down, not letting anyone thinking that you're less than is so important. You wake up looking outside that window and then looking inside that into that mirror and telling yourself that you're the most amazing thing that ever walked on this earth, because you all are. Every last single one of you are special in your own right. Show it, give it, flaunt it, do it, walk it, earn it, own it. Just be it. And I'm telling you, you will feel like the beautiful person that God created you to be. It's just a matter of just believing it. That's it. But don't let the world tear you down. They're not worth it. They're not paying your bills. They're not your family member. They have no stake in who you're going to become. They mean nothing to you.
And they don't know who you're really going to become and how much you could get through.
Exactly.
And they don't know that you're gorgeous and beautiful in your own ways, and that you're beautiful inside and out, no matter what they say.
That's right. I love it. You just killed that song, my friend. That's all it's about. You are beautiful, no matter what they say. Don't let the words get you down. It is not worth it. So I want to tell you, I think every last one of these things are seeds that every one of us can plant this season. And what you do is that you make it a conscious effort to put towards the best of you every single day. As I mentioned, and Selene also mentioned, positivity and compassion and love and just wanting to be better. Empowering yourself is so, so important. So I want to get real quick to the Dare to Be You. And the Dare to Be You is: spring brings new growth. Weed out the bad and make room for something beautiful. And that something beautiful, my friends, is you, right?
Yes.
Isn't everyone out there watching Your Uni right now like amazing, fabulous, beautiful people?
Yes.
What do you suggest they do? Give them a little advice this week, Selene.
I think this week, maybe try to take some time for yourself. to empower yourself. Take some time to look yourself in the mirror and say, I'm gorgeous, I'm worth it. And just say good things about yourself and fill your day with great positivity.
Yes, I agree. Please do it. We encourage you to do that, not just this week, but every single day. So look, I just want to share what we're doing this weekend real quick. Selene and I, as well as her mom, are participating in the Lions Club, which I am the community service chair of. We are having our second annual Easter egg hunt in Hempstead. It is at ABGS, Hempstead Middle School. I believe that's Alberta V. Look at the flyer and it'll tell you. We're going to be kicking off the Easter egg hunt, I believe somewhere around 12/1. I suggested everyone get there early so that you can get the good eggs, if you know what I mean. Cha-ching, cha-ching. But for the most part, I believe we're starting at 11 and we'll probably end somewhere around 1 o'clock. So please be there, bring your kids down. It will be an amazing event. And real quick, I want you to tell us about your fashion show that you have coming up in, I believe, July.
Yes. July 29th, we're having a fashion show, and you have 2 outfits of your choice, and you get to walk the runway and express yourself. And really, it's a fun event. It's a fundraiser, and all the money we raise will go to help stop hunger and homelessness and to find a cure for cancer.
I love it.
And with some of the girls at Mirror Empowerment, this weekend we're actually going to Ronald McDonald House to cook for the children there.
Oh, that is so cool. Mirror Empowerment does some really great things in the community. So I hope you guys can be a part of that, as well as this Sunday, which I believe is April 6th. We are hosting in Hempstead, and you will be actually helping. I'm so happy. The Hempstead Lions Club will be putting on the Easter egg hunt. So please, everyone, come down. So we are rooting for you this season. We want you to be the best child that you actually can be in this world. We want you to be the best adult, right, Selene?
Yes.
That you could possibly be in this world. Plant some new seeds. Grow some greatness. Take this time to renew and rejuvenate and just have the life that you know you were purposed for, and do it with greatness and love and joy in your heart. I'd like to thank you so much, Selene, for being here as always as my co-host. She will be back, folks. I want you guys to have another great week. We will see you next Tuesday, actually, on Your Our Unity. Please remember that peace and love is in the palm of our hands. Let's go out there and be some love, give some love, and just share some love. Thank you, Strong Island Studios, and you guys out there watching. We love you, and we will see you next week. Have a good night.
Bye.
Strong Island Entertainment.